Now, Zakai, Meshack, Chaz Lanier, it's on your shoulders. Jordan Gainey coming off the bench is on your shoulders. Igor, Big Felix, combo down low. Get busy on Rocky Top.
Okay.
It's the big payback.
We're going to see.
The Boom Boom waiting room is incredible right now. Dave Neal, Pat Bradley, take it away, my friend.
You're watching SEC Network Basketball presented by Pfizer as we come to you from another packed house here at Food City Center. Thompson Bowling Arena, Tennessee, 13-1 inside the friendly confines, taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. So glad you can be with us as we kick off a great day of basketball right here on the SEC Network. Dave Neal alongside the shooter, Pat Bradley. Glad you could join us. And obviously a rematch of a game earlier this year in Nashville. The Vanderbilt Commodores shocked Tennessee, win it by 1. Obviously a different story here. Both teams coming off losses in their midweek game. How does Tennessee avoid losing 2 in a row to the Commodores?
First of all, they got to shoot the ball a lot better. Just 3 made from the three-point line against Kentucky. Actually shot it really well, though, their last matchup against Vanderbilt. So if they get a little more of that, and Vandy won the glass game against Tennessee.
Well, this guy's going to be a big part. It was a big part in the win in Nashville, 18 points in that game. Jason Edwards, boy, he is something else.
Well, he is such a quick release. You have to be on him. The pass, right when he catches it, you got to get a hand in his face, but he's so good at his size, 6 feet, to be able to create space for his shot.
Well, Zakai Ziegler, he is the man. I mean, that's just the best way to put it.
The straw that stirs the drink, Dave Neal. He sets up his guys. Dribble penetration, he can get to the basket, but from a defensive standpoint, he disrupts everything the opposing point guard is trying to do to set up their offense.
Well, great matchup to watch in the backcourt. Edwards and Ziegler, they both do so much offensively for their team. I think Ziegler a little bit more on the defensive end, obviously, for this Tennessee team, the best defensive team in America playing college basketball. We are just about set. And we are underway here in Knoxville. Vanderbilt at 17-7, 5-6. They have lost 3 of their last 4, coming off that 12-point loss to Auburn in their last game. Meanwhile, Kentucky knocked off this Tennessee team in their midweek game. And right away, Commodores heading to the free throw line. Nice run out to get things started by Chris Magnon.
And right away, we see Vanderbilt on defense. Very good in the lanes. They're aggressive in the lanes. Magnon, no hesitation, going straight to the rack. That's what Tennessee is going to have to focus on, coming to the basketball against Vanderbilt's tough half-court defense.
Magnon at the free throw line, 79% on the year, converts to 3-point opportunity, averaging about 5 points a game. Ziegler, Lanier, Meshack, Milicic, and Okpara, the starting 5 for this Volunteer club. Ziegler in the paint, lost it. Right into the hands of Devin McLaughlin. Bandies goes with Edwards, Nickel, Hogarth, Magnon, and McLaughlin. McLaughlin's the guy that kind of stirs it.
He can shoot Vanderbilt 3. Here's pick and roll.
Boy, Nickel wide open for 3. Tyler Nickel at 38% from behind the arc. His 55th make.
And that defense, Tennessee's defense, everybody had all their eyes on McLaughlin. Tyler Nickel left open.
Igor Milicic.
Now Coach Barnes wants him to be more aggressive to the point of 10 to 15 shots a game. That he's got the ability to do it from behind the three-point line. At 6'10", he can get to the rim.
Nickel thought he was bumped, no whistle. Back the other way comes Meshack. Boy, nice little ball fake. Lanier inside the arc, got a friendly little bounce here inside Thompson Bowling Arena.
Very friendly bounce. I like the aggressiveness. Good ball fake. Everyone's going to be jumping at him. Over-aggressive on Chaz Lanier.
Alley-oop, and it goes in. Magnon just tapped it twice, I think, before it trickled through the nylon.
How about Hogarth turning the corner, head up, had the opportunity for a little teardrop, a floater in the lane. Got it up high to Magnon.
Blocked by McLaughlin.
Power gets it that deep. You heard Ron Slade talk about he's got to be able to finish in the lane.
Speaking of finishing, no opportunity there to finish for A.J. Hoggard. Boy, very quiet arena. 20,000 packed in here.
They'll get going once the falls start heating up a little bit. A little chilly outside.
Lanier, got it. That'll get him going. 5 now for Chaz Lanier, averaging 17.5 a game. 7th best number in the SEC.
And he's got to get going. That's a catch and shoot deep. And he's got to, at times, just force that. Not force it in a bad way, but just be ready to catch and shoot.
Locked and kicks it back out to Hoggard. High 3, rattles in.
So that's a second time McLaughlin created an open shot for his teammate. First it was Tyler Nickel when he pick and roll to the basket. That time kick out to Hoggard.
Milicic. Mashack answers back.
Jamon Mashack has been improving that jump shot to the point where catch and shoot. He knows exactly where to be on that. Good pass by Milicic. Again, Milicic being aggressive on the offensive end.
Mashack coming off a game where he was scoreless against Kentucky in 26 minutes, had 3 rebounds. Here's Edwards in traffic.
Oh, my goodness. I know he's listed at 6'1". However, even if he is 6'1", 6 feet, 5'11", whatever it is, turning the corner and just getting it high off the glass. Great creativity. See, even right there, Igor Milicic, good cut.
And a foul against Vanderbilt. 2 shots coming up. Good start here in Knoxville. Vanderbilt by 3, 15:53 to go, opening half. SEC men's basketball is presented by Pfizer, the official pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine awareness sponsor of the SEC. Always a party here in Knoxville. Had a party in Nashville back on January 18th. A court storming because the Commodores took down top 10 ranked Tennessee at Memorial Gymnasium. Back and forth game. And this was the free throw that didn't work for Tennessee. Chaz Lanier got 1 out of 2. Vanderbilt holds on to win 76-75 in a thriller. Vanderbilt really came out late in the first half, into the second half, opened up a 16-point lead. Tennessee battled back to make it a ball game, but the Commodores held on. What a great week. They knocked off Kentucky and Tennessee in a 7-day span.
Yeah, and then I think if you had seen them early in the season, you wouldn't be surprised that they're able to do that. They have a versatile team. They like to get out and run, which is something Coach Barnes told us. We have to make sure that Vandy doesn't control the tempo in this game. They want to play fast, top 60 in the country. With Tennessee, they want to control the ball a little bit more. But Vandy gets down, defends you, aggressive in the passing lane. They already get a steal on that first possession. And they can shoot it, right? Put 5 guys on the floor that can shoot the 3. You got to respect.
In that first meeting, Vanderbilt hit 8 of 21 from behind the 3-point line. Tennessee, you talked about it, they shot it really well. 10 of 21, one of their better nights behind the arc, and still lost. They just went 3 for 18 in a loss to Kentucky. Rick Barnes telling us part of that is guys just get sped up in these late game big moments for his team, and he really wants them to take a deep breath and don't force it.
Well, if you go to Rupp Arena and shoot 3 for 18 with the team they got this year, you're probably coming out of there with a loss.
Yeah. Oh, nice ball movement by the Commodores. Magnan able to kiss it off the window. Vandy up by 4 and 7 for Magnan early.
How about the pass by Jalen Carey? Did you see the versatility in him at that mid-post? Patient, waiting for a cutter, or if he gets double teamed, kicks it out for a shooter at the 3-point line.
Ziegler in traffic, has that one blocked by Nickel. Last touch by Ziegler. It'll belong to Vanderbilt. Rick Barnes now in his 10th season here at Tennessee. He has had a remarkable run here. The one thing he needs to do, though, get to the Final Four. He has had some teams that people thought should get there. This one, still in that lofty. Matter of fact, the NCAA released their top 16 teams, and Tennessee, kind of like where everybody expected, 5th. Off the glass for Carey.
And I saw him practice that in warm-up, so you may think that's just a one-off, but no. Just joking. He didn't call it. I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
But you see the versatility in Carey and McLaughlin. Those are the bigs for Vandy. They can both shoot it, get in the post. They can both pass it.
Here's Lanier. Off to Gainey. Boy, nice little spin move. Well done by Jordan Gainey.
Just that little hesitation at the three-point line. Edwards got to respect Gainey's three-point shot. Played off 2 feet, good balance. Turn. Sort of mid-range, soft touch.
Here's Edwards on Ziegler. Shot clock down to 5. Hogard lofts it up, won't go. Carey there for an offensive rebound. And a foul against Tennessee. That might go against Para, and it will.
Yeah, Jalen Carey, not as big as Felix Okpara, but strong and quick to the basketball. That makes you a good offensive rebounder.
We're going to take a look there. Hogard might have gotten an elbow up around the head and neck area on the way to the basket. So our crew of Owen Short, Jason Baker over there with the headsets on, and Patrick Evans. Know that he, yeah, I think that's just going to be
It's just that high rip through.
Yeah.
You seem to see that quite a bit.
a basketball move.
That's what he's making.
But that foul, by the way, is against Darlin Stone Dubar and not Okpara. First on Dubar, the senior transfer. Played some ball at Hofstra and Iowa State before coming here to Knoxville. That'll be his first.
And there's one thing that
after review, the contact was deemed to be incidental contact.
people trying to teach, especially with the Euro step where the elbows are high, the basketball is high on that, where years ago we used to tuck it into our body and go straight to the basket. With the Euro, you're keeping those elbows high, so the officials are always watching that.
Jalen Carey, a sophomore, 55% at the line. Got them both there. Young man transferred in with his head coach, Mark Byington, from James Madison, who put together a fantastic run last year. They went 32-4 last year, did James Madison.
Big win against Michigan State, kind of raised everybody's eyebrows early in the season.
And then beat Wisconsin in the NCAA tournament first round.
And it's certainly exceeding expectations this season.
They were picked dead last, Commodores, in the SEC this year. Boy, nice pass inside and a foul. Boy, McLaughlin thought he had a block shot, but Cade Phillips will head to the free throw line.
It's good action on that side by Tennessee. They've been able to run their offense. You see right there, Gainey comes off that, and he's looking at either to attack or come off that and looking for a shot. It attracts 3 Vanderbilt defenders right there, 3 of them. Good roll by Phillips. Knew he was going to get hit, played some contact.
There's Mark Byington, first year, of course, at Vanderbilt, 12th overall. Enjoyed talking to him last night at the hotel about his club. They've just kind of pieced it together. I don't think anybody really knew much about his team this year. I mean, everybody was.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah,
really,
that's what he said. Yeah, he was like, I wasn't sure, but then they started practicing in the summer and realized, hey, maybe we got something here. A scrum.
To what you're saying about Vanderbilt, what also, much like Tennessee, the non-negotiables are toughness, defense, right? And I think for Coach Byington, he's got that at every position. He's got toughness, defense. Those guys get down and guard you. They don't ever give up, and they want to get up and down the floor. But defensively, they're not easy to play against.
That high ball screen caused Tennessee problems in their first meeting. Huffman can't get it to go. Carey, another offensive rebound, and a putback is good.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to get a body on him at all times. In the previous meeting, Vandy won the glass game. Matter of fact, 12 offensive rebounds.
Gainey. Dubar. Gainey double teamed up top, dumps it underneath to Phillips. A little too strong, Carey the rebound. Off to Grant Huffman. Hogard. A little too fancy, and Meshack right in his hip pocket. Kick it out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin too strong. Carey. That's going to stay with Vanderbilt.
You see on one end, you have point blank shot right in the paint, right at the rim, missed by Tennessee. A.J. Hogard does a good job of going downhill, being strong with the basketball. And there's Jalen Carey again, giving his team an extra opportunity.
Missed shot by Collins, back the other way for Tennessee. Meshack way too strong. He was too wide open. Here comes the youngster Tyler Tanner, the freshman guard. Vanderbilt by 8. Oh, nice ball fake on the perimeter, but good help defense from Phillips. Ziegler baseline. Gainey. Dubar, that won't go.
I would have not minded to see Gainey catch and shoot that. He had space to get that three-point shot off.
Collins couldn't get the tip, off to Meshack. Jamai.
Now, if Sakai can't get into the lane here, where does Tennessee's offense come from? He'll be willing to attack.
A couple of big collisions at the top of the key there. Phillips powers past Tanner. Shot clock at 3. Gainey lets it go. Rebound off to Hogard. That's something that Mark Byington was telling us last night. They could use Hogard rebounding a little bit more like that.
Well, you look at what Vandy's been able to do, right? It's only been one shot, rebound. Only allowed Tennessee one shot, and they've contested all of them.
6 offensive rebounds for Vanderbilt. No offensive rebounds for Tennessee. Well, we haven't had a stoppage in a while. Still waiting on that under 12 timeout. Dubar rips it.
Good decision. Gainey stretched out that defense far enough where Vandy could not help back in time. Dubar stepping in. Need to find somebody that can make shots for Tennessee. Could be him.
Tanner. Wow, was that nifty. With the left hand.
Just froze both Tennessee defenders. Good vision to slip through, and then the touch to finish with his left hand. Freshman's a heck of a player. You see the deny right there, back to Sakai Ziegler. Tanner, Coach Byington and Vanderbilt and their aggressiveness in the lanes.
Still no offensive rebounds for Tennessee. Phillips looked like he had a chance at it. M.J. Collins gets it to Carey. MJ fires for 3, rips it.
He's been playing really well. M.J. Collins Jr. catch and shoot. And you've got to respect, that's what we talked about with this Vandy team. They got multiple three-point shooters. You cannot. Tennessee likes to be aggressive in help situations. You got to get back quick.
Well, back and forth we go, but Vanderbilt's putting it through the cylinder better than Tennessee so far. They're up 10. Dubar, though, trying to get his club rolling. He gets a big three for the Vols back in a moment.
New Jersey's own Chris Magnon. Right here, you see him. Good cut, on time, on target, was able to collect himself to finish that. He's a big, strong, can finish in the lane. And right there, the aggressiveness to get in the passing lanes. You see his versatility, 6'5", strong kid, can finish in the lane for an and-one situation.
Well, 7 points tonight. Magnon in the first meeting got in foul trouble, only played 12 minutes, had 6 points and 1 rebound, off to a much better start here this afternoon in Knoxville. Coming off 8 points, 4 rebounds against Auburn.
When you start thinking about this Vanderbilt team, you got Chris Magnon right there, right? Graduate from Cornell, strong kid, obviously smart kid, Ivy League. And then you look down, Devin McLaughlin, Boston College transfer. Jason Edwards, a high-scoring guard from North Texas, and on and on. Obviously, A.J. Hogarth.
11 transfers in this program.
But these are high-level guys, right? And these are guys that play a lot of college basketball. They're really good decision makers. That, to me, is what stands out. What they're doing today against Tennessee, think about only 1 turnover for Vandy. Now, they're a team that's elite at taking care of the basketball, and they're fighting them on the glass. 1 shot and done for Tennessee.
Yeah, Vandy's +7 in the rebounding department. No offensive rebounds for Tennessee. 7 Commodores have already scored, and we haven't played 12 minutes.
There's some zone look here by Vandy.
Milicic. Boy, taken away there by Magnon. Up ahead to Edwards. He'll fire for 3 and got it. Boy, and Rick Barnes pops off the bench. And he is getting in Milicic's ear.
Yeah, Dave, you said it just looks like Vandy is a step slower and more aggressive today. There it is, Magnon right on cue. Aggressive, they're ball hawks. Jason Edwards, he knows what his job is. Rise and fire from the three-point line. Vandy is up 10.
Mark Byington and his Vanderbilt Commodores. They right now are projected in as a 10 seed. Last 4 teams with a bye. Of course, a couple of really good wins against Tennessee and Kentucky earlier this year. 5 and 6 in this league. We were talking to him last night about what it's like to coach in this league, and he says, "Man, when we finish a game, you are so worn out, and the problem is you don't get any time to relax."
And he was watching his son's high school basketball game last night after we talked to him, so he's going to full play. That's the curl I'm talking about, Dave. Even though there was a miss by Chaz Lanier, felt like this half, Tennessee is known for that hard cut, hard screen, hard curl basketball. Chaz Lanier did a good time. That got him a shot that is a makeable shot. Obviously, we've seen a couple of those from Tennessee, finishing in the paint, open shots. Seems to have been a theme.
It's an 8-0 run currently by Vanderbilt. Milicic.
See, I think Milicic should, I always believe any guy should just look at the basket. Just look at the basket. Be a threat before you just catch and pass. And Milicic has had some big offensive games recently. Curl Boswell.
Milicic being defended by Nickel. Now here's Gainey working on Edwards. Pull up at the SEC logo, in and out. Rebound to Edwards, poked away though by Bishop Boswell. It'll stay with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt 55%. They've hit 5 of 9 from behind the arc. They've out-rebounded Tennessee by 8. Those are all numbers that would lead to a 13-point advantage.
Yeah, and you see how difficult they are. Not easy to get by them. That's why you got to understand how to use the screen, be physical in the screen if you're Tennessee, and then half-court offense. Good job by Lanier. He knows he can't give much space to Edwards.
A lot of dribbling by Edwards. Finds Tanner. He'll line up a three. Off the mark to the right. Rebound to Lanier. Averages about 3.5 a game.
Looks like that's a mismatch to me. Milicic on Edwards. Good pass, though.
And a foul, and that'll send Jordan Gainey to the free throw line.
It's a good look by Milicic.
But another good cut.
Great cut right there, and that's a hard screen, hard cut. Vandy wants to force you outside of that three-point line as far as they can. It's good slip right there, but see how aggressive Vandy's defense is, Magnon? You know, Milicic with Jason Edwards, a smaller player, guarding him. He was able to have great vision to look over his defender.
McLaughlin just picked up, by the way, his second foul, so he will head to the bench along with Tyler Tanner.
Had a good conversation with Igor Milicic about other great Croatian basketball players.
Where did you start on
Tony
that list?
Kukoc. Davor Rimac played for the Arkansas Razorbacks in the mid-90s. He says he's heard of the great Davor. Hadn't met him though.
Milicic has dual citizenship with Croatia and Poland, and actually plays for the Polish national team. Oh, there is Edwards doing Jason Edwards things.
Yeah, coach is not going to be happy with that. We all talked about Edwards and the quick trigger he has, but he just went through that defense like a hot knife to butter.
Lanier over to Boswell, who will dump it inside. Akpara, a little jump hook.
Very good patience by Tennessee. Ball movement. And the final piece of that is get it to the big guy and finish in the lane. Akpara was big, strong. Got his spot on the block.
Akpara was huge in the game in Nashville. Hit all 7 shots, 16 points.
Man, Jalen Carey is just a beast in there. He gets any position he wants.
Nice cut, Magnon, and it rolls. Count the basket anyway. They say goaltending, but nice cut by Magnon to get the layup.
One thing we see, both these teams aggressive defensively. Aggressive defensively. And we've seen the backdoor cut, although he had somebody fall asleep there. I think that might have been Gainey, just lost sight of his man, Magnon. Any great basketball player who's a great cutter understands when I see the back of my defender's head, he can't see me. Cut down the lane, Dave Neal.
And you get a
You
layup.
know the rule.
That's how we do it in church league.
That's how you do
exactly
it in
how
church.
we
Show
do
me the back
it.
of your head. I'm gone. Oh, nice.
Lanier in rhythm, buries it. Now Lanier with the jump shot. Lanier, he's up to 7.
Like, I'm cheering for everybody, but as a shooter, I love watching a guy come off a screen, show the ball fake, one dribble pull-up. That's a beautiful sight to see for me.
Carey with a tap in.
Come on. Is that guy just a dominant force or what?
9 points for him.
Gets on the glass, give it to him in the post. He can make it pay. He can pass.
Milicic out to Lanier. Catch, shoot, rattles out.
It's going to be a next step is to be able to get multiple. I mean, you got to be able to hit 2-3 shots in a row. The kind of pressure that he has on him to be the shooter/scorer.
Hogard. He got that one to trickle in over the front of the iron.
Strong, but plays with great pace.
Easy 2 on the other end for Chaz Lanier. Tennessee holds opponents to 36% shooting on the year. Vanderbilt shooting 57% right now. Timeout on the floor. Vanderbilt up by 14, under 4 to go, first half.
What's up, y'all? Coming up at half, we'll get you ready for the big showdown in T-Town. Talking the top 16 and a good game over there between Texas A&M and Arkansas. What's happening right now?
Vanderbilt going to take exactly what they want. Rebounds, points off turnovers, points in the paint. Just do whatever you want. It's a buffet on Rocket Top.
Periods. Hey, Shooter, bottom 4 teams in the last 4 buys and last 4 in. Which one of those teams have the best chance to make the tournament?
I'm going to let you... Vanderbilt. Last 4 teams of the last 4 buys, who do we have making the tournament?
Arkansas's in that mix now. There it is, the list for you right there. Arkansas's in that mix. Georgia's reeling right now. They got to figure something out.
Why not 2 of them? Why not Texas? Texas is with this X factor of Kaluma and Tremont Mark. Those guys can go off for any time in addition to Trey Johnson. Oklahoma, one of the better freshmen in the SEC. Jeremiah Fears, one of the best shooters in the country. Bryson Goodine. The one thing, too, with Tennessee, and I'm glad Ron Slay is in studio, because Tennessee's only 2 for 5 in the boom boom room. That's not very good in that orange paint.
Yeah, Ron seemed a little perturbed with what he was watching from his club today. It really has been. Again, I say this, Tennessee lives with their defense. They can have some bad nights offensively, but they get things done every night with their defense. They lead the country in opponent field goal percentage, but yet Vanderbilt shooting 58% here in the first half.
I just think it's good decision makers. They haven't turned it over. They're patient enough in the half court to get a good shot each time. Make or miss, and then if they do miss, they've been cleaning up the offensive glass.
Ziegler hasn't scored, only taken 1 shot, does have 3 assists. Here's Lanier, high off the window. Boy, that's a big-time move from Jazz.
In this last 4 or 5 minutes, Chaz Lanier has been extremely aggressive with his jump shot and attacking the paint.
Lanier up to 11 now. He's hit 5 of 7. I keep feeding that monster right now. Oh, thrown away. Edwards there to save it. Shot clock in single digits. Edwards pull up 3, quick release, got it.
Just when you do everything right on defense, right? Jason Edwards rises up. Now that's just a great shot by a great shooter and scorer, Jason Edwards. And whenever you want to go win in somebody else's building, you're just going to have somebody that plays like Jason Edwards has played and hasn't missed a shot right there. We've seen Okpara at times understand, hey, I got to get out and help my guy at least push him away from that 3-point line. Hadn't missed a shot today.
Edwards coming off 13 points against Auburn, 20 against Florida. Guy's a scoring machine again. 6th in the conference in scoring, 7th in field goal percentage. Zakai Ziegler gets it. Here's Gainey with 12 on the shot clock, closing in on 2.5 to play in the first half. First half that Vanderbilt has led since the opening tap. Milicic, deep 3. That's off the mark. No good by Hogard, and saved to carry. And a foul on Okpara. Tennessee, nobody wanted to go get the basketball.
Yeah, so we've seen Chris Magnon make 3 plays. He's had 2 steals in a huge play right here to save the basketball, and Tennessee thought it was just going to go out of bounds, but Magnon didn't give up. But those are the winning plays that Vanderbilt's been doing all season. Magnon's that kind of guy. It's a hustle play right there. It's not going to be on the stat sheet. May work out for Tennessee if Jalen Carey's not making his free throws. However, a play like that happens in the second half, Dave, right? A couple minutes left. That could be the difference in the game.
Carey gets 1 out of 2. Vandy will substitute. Bring in J.Q. Roberts, making his 14th appearance of the year.
JQ finished the year last year playing really well.
Milicic. Foul before the shot, on the floor. Looked like a Vanderbilt player, I couldn't see who it was, wrapped up somebody down there on that low block. JQ.
Milicic does a good job of reading that. That was certainly talked about in a timeout. The over-aggressiveness of Vandy, they took advantage of it.
Tapped around, and JQ Roberts will get it to Tyler Tanner. Hogard. Edwards. Ziegler all in his pocket. Magnon. Backing up Milicic. Throws it up off the rim. Rebound to Lanier. Jazz floater too strong. Magnon with it. Little 4-on-4 game on this end. Hogard, Tanner. Under a minute to go in the first half. Edwards blocked by Milicic. Here's Lanier. Milicic spots up. That's a three. Tennessee with some momentum.
Great little give and go. Good job by Milicic. See how he stays on the ground? He's already got Jason Edwards caught. And then you got a little give and go action right there. I like the fact of getting out before the defense sets, right? Vandy's defense have been so difficult to score when they're set. As a shooter, try to get out and beat the defense down the floor. Both Lanier and Milicic did that.
Milicic with 6 now. Edwards and Carey leading Vanderbilt right now offensively with 10 points apiece.
And you go back to, you go on the road and you want to make sure you get high percentage shots. First of all, you want to make sure you get something out of every possession. And I think that's what stood out to me against Vanderbilt. You got 42 points against arguably the best defensive team in the country in Tennessee. So you don't score 42 points unless you're making good decisions, you run with opportunity, and you take care of the basketball and value each possession, which Vanderbilt has done.
There's about 11 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hogard comes off a couple of screens in the paint. Tanner, 5 on the shot clock. Back to Hogard. He gets it to go and looks at the Tennessee bench. Ziegler, who is scoreless here in the first half with the basketball. Zakai tied up. 2 seconds. Lanier at the horn, got it to rattle in. That's going to be a 2. That'll be a 2-pointer by Chaz Lanier at the half. Most points allowed by Tennessee in the first half this year. Vanderbilt led in Nashville 41-35. They lead here in Knoxville after the first half 44-29. Let's get you to the studio. Excuse me, 44-31. Got to give us 2 points. Never take 2 points away. Just ask Damien and Slay. Guys?
Thank you, Dave.
You're watching SEC Network Basketball presented by Pfizer. Tennessee trailing by 13 at the break. Vanderbilt has posted the 2 biggest scoring outputs in the first half against Tennessee all year. 41 in Nashville and 44 here today. And Pat, I would assume that might be one of the better halves of basketball, at least in conference play for Vanderbilt. Everything seemed to go their way.
Very few mistakes on the offensive end and the defensive end. They took care of the basketball. They were physical, tough on the defensive side. Starts by Chris Magnon, the first play of the game. He gets out. Right here you see him cutting against an aggressive Tennessee defense. There's him being aggressive in the passing lane. Again, from behind, kicks it out to his guy, Jason Edwards, who knows how to rise and fire in that fast break.
Chaz Lanier has half the Vols' field goals and rebounds.
Well, this is what they expect him to do. 6 for 10, got up 10 shots in the first half, might have to get up 15 shots. I liked his aggressiveness, did not force anything, took what the defense gave him, and he's having a big half.
Fifth-ranked team in the country right now in an uphill battle. You look at Vanderbilt's shooting percentage, 55% against the #1 defensive team in the country. And I think the number here that probably chapped Coach Barnes more than any other is that second line, rebounds. Vanderbilt plus 11. And this is not a big team. And they got Devin McLaughlin, who's their best rebounder, at 6'7". He was on the bench in foul trouble for the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, they're physical at every position, which means they're knocking Tennessee off balance on the offensive end. And on the other side of the basketball, Jalen Carey's been a beast on the offensive glass with Vandy.
Ziegler with no points in the first 20 minutes. Did have 4 assists. Milicic.
You know, that's a shot where Milicic turns it down, and now you're at 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Ziegler can't get it to go. And last touch by Vanderbilt. So another opportunity now for Tennessee. A rare second opportunity.
Right, exactly. That's been one and done. Vanderbilt's been on the defensive glass, which has been another reason why they've been able to build this lead.
Lanier comes off a screen. Free throw line, no good. And that's a foul against Tennessee. Meshack just dragging.
It's a shot right
to the
there
floor.
by Chaz Lanier. I like it, right? He turned down that first jump shot, used the screen, got to a sweet spot right there at the free throw line, SEC logo area. Tough shot, but those are the shots he can make and needs to make in the second half.
Hogard. Boy, blocked there by Ziegler. Milicic on the run. Swing it around. Got it to the right guy. Lanier can't hit it. Nickel gets it. Up ahead to Edwards now. Saved by Milicic. And a foul on the pass. That's going to go against Hogard as he hit Milicic. That'll be the second. Milicic coming out with a little bit more juice here in the second half.
Tennessee's defense as well right there. Jason Edwards tries to turn the corner. Milicic, good timing, and to save the basketball on the other end. Big important piece of that. Gets Tennessee an extra look at it.
And Milicic just hit the deck, and he's in a little bit of pain holding that right elbow.
Yeah, he had no opportunity to brace himself for that fall. Got tripped. Goes down hard, but he's come up with some energy in this second half.
Boy, Devin McLaughlin just picked up his 3rd foul, and he goes quickly to the bench. That's a big loss for Vanderbilt, averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds a game, 5th in the conference in rebounds, and his real asset is on the offensive glass. He's 2nd best in the league on offensive rebounds.
A tough matchup because he can shoot the 3, so he makes you come out. You got to respect that. Leaves the lane open for drives.
Carey checks in for him. Milicic step out 3. Parra tried to save it, couldn't do it. It'll belong to Vanderbilt. But Milicic was catch and shoot there.
Catch and shoot, and the result of that, yes, he doesn't make it. But now you've got guys like Parra, who's a great offensive rebounder. Now gives him some action to work with. Didn't get it there, but obviously was active on the glass. I mean, heck, you got a big, strong, athletic kid like Jemai Meshack, too, who can, if he's not back helping on the fast break, he can attack the glass, too.
Hogard inside to Carey. Nickel. Hogard. Edwards. He'll fire with 10 on the shot clock, and that one is no good. One and done for the Commodores. Milicic.
That's been the quickest release I've seen this year from a three-point shot. That's a little secondary transition.
Para throws it down. And here comes this crowd that has been really quiet today. Moving screen on Magnon. Para with a throw down. Ziegler. Lanier, 15-footer is perfect.
Vanderbilt wants to run him off that three-point line. Lanier, good decision. Quick 1-2 dribble, pull up in the sweet spot.
First time we've been in single digits since it was 24-17, about 10 minutes to go in the first half. No guards. Shot clock in single digits. Doesn't matter to that man. Tyler Nickel, the transfer from Virginia Tech, rips it.
Now that's how you come off a screen, plant, turn, burn, go up strong for a three. He was shooting over the smaller Zakai Ziegler.
I can't believe that what we just saw there. Ziegler just threw it right in his chest of Carey. Carey just got a technical.
The officials were on top of that right away, so certainly they saw something.
And Ziegler got a technical as well. Carey must have said something here. The only thing I think of is Carey said
That's
something.
the only thing we can think of, yeah. Didn't see really, looked like he just held on to the ball and wasn't any part of Zakai Ziegler himself. But the officials were right on that, right on top of it.
Boy, Mark Byington over there chirping at the officials. Didn't think his guy deserved a technical on that, but nothing he can do about it now. Ziegler. His first bucket of the game is a big three that gets this crowd on their feet. Nickel again off a screen.
Similar to that last possession, Tyler Nickel comes tight shoulder to shoulder on that screen, puts down that left foot, turns.
Ziegler, Meshack, he takes it himself and lays it in. Vanderbilt's led by as many as 16. The lead is 10.
See if they try to go to something similar to Tyler Nickel. Try to get another three.
He'll try it again. In and out, tapped around. Carey can't get it. Para with it. Para with a flush. Timeout, Vanderbilt.
Zakai Ziegler comes off this, ready to shoot right behind Big Milicic. Good job. And then here you have Tyler Nickel. See how he plant that left foot, turns, rises up.
Time to look at the big flex play brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Well, we know what Zakai Ziegler is efficient at, and that is helping his teammates out.
Yeah, and they were able to run that ball screen before Vandy's defense was able to set up for any help. What's great about this, Zakai Ziegler's been doing it his whole career. He understands where to get it for himself in the paint to throw it up to Akpara or any other big guy, so he can drag that defense and knows exactly when to throw the lob for an open dunk.
Vols pounding the paint. They have outscored Vanderbilt 8-0 points in the paint this half. They got to find something. That's kind of what they have done. It's kind of been their mojo in second halves. They just start, when they struggle in the first half, they just start pounding it inside. And it appears that is their MO against the Commodores today.
Yeah, 11 points already in this second half, 31 total in the first, so they've been more aggressive.
I know there's 3 fouls on McLaughlin for Vanderbilt. You wonder how much longer you keep him sitting there. Magnan for 3, and that misses badly.
That same high ball screen in transition. Vandy covers up the Akpara pass by Milicic. Good job by Vandy's defense to get back, make Tennessee reset.
Alley-oop again, and the miss by Akpara. He has a chance. The scrum on the floor.
You know it's coming, right?
Yeah.
When you see those two guys setting up for ball screen, you knew that lob is coming, but Zakai Ziegler's so good at stretching out the defense and waiting for that perfect time to throw the lob.
Well, that'll take us to a timeout. 50-42. Vandy's lead has been cut to 8.
Here's a clinic by Tyler Nickel how to use a ball screen. He waits for his screen to get there. Watch it right here. Left foot turn, burn the nets, no hesitation. He was tight to his screen. His timing too, Dave, was great. Make sure your guy is set up. Your screener is set. Obviously, you've got to create a little space from your defender, and he did a great job of coming tight on that screen, playing that left foot.
3 threes for Tyler Nickel, averages 10 points a game. Young man started his career at North Carolina, then transferred to Virginia Tech before finding his way to Nashville.
We're talking about how he showed a lot of aggressiveness. He came back down, and Vandy was looking for him for a third 3, and he got it up. And so I think that aggressiveness plays really well because it keeps the defense on their heels.
Vandy's 10-1 when he makes 3 3-pointers in a game. He's at 3 right now. I'm just saying, that's just a stat. I don't know what it means.
I think it means that you do need that 3-point threat.
5-second call against the Commodores.
Don't see that a lot.
Tennessee putting the clamps on Vanderbilt, and they'll have another possession here with 14:31 to go in the game.
That was a little awkward spot taking the basketball out, wasn't it?
Yeah, you don't see it from that spot very often.
It's right on Gucci Row.
For a reason, it is on Gucci Row. Milicic tried to save it. He was out of bounds. Here's one thing I'll say about Igor. It is a different player than what we saw in the first half.
No question. A lot more aggressive. And so there's another example right there, right? Ganey's 3-point shot. At least he didn't make it, but at least it gave Tennessee an opportunity for that offensive rebound, which they were a really good offensive rebounded team.
Tennessee 6th in the conference in offensive rebounds, almost 13 a game. Nobody's better than Texas A&M. They lead everybody in the country.
Yes.
Here's Tanner working against Ziegler. No guard. 2 on the shot clock. Tanner fires away. Won't go. Akpara the rebound. McLaughlin and Edwards about to check in for Vanderbilt. Ziegler. Oh, got a big screen. Count the basket. It won't go on the stat sheet, but Akpara with a big screen on the low blocks.
Creating enough space. And Zakai Ziegler, as we know, does not need a lot of it. Does a good job of being strong with the basketball, keeping his head up. And yeah, Akpara knows how to clear a little space for his point guard. Good patience by Tennessee right there, though. Initially, that first action with Big Akpara in the ball screen, trying to get him a lob.
Zakai, 85% at the line as Tennessee now on a 7-0 run. They have cut this to 5. Remember, they trailed by as many as 16. MJ Collins to carry. MJ. That won't go. Tapped around a couple of times. McLaughlin battling underneath, and a big scramble from the big boys. They're not going to give it up. Possession arrow favors Tennessee.
Both worked hard enough to keep that basketball. Now they're getting into it a little bit on the other end.
Milicic, Ziegler. Bumped as he gets near the SEC logo. And that'll go against Jason Edwards. That'll be his first. And that'll be team foul number 7 against the Commodores. So we've got 12:55 to play, and it's free throw time now the rest of the way out for Tennessee.
Zakai Ziegler would not be denied on that drive. Just putting his head down and being physical. Again, I thought Milicic caught it right there at that free throw line. Could have been more aggressive turn, knock that 15-footer down, or finish at the rim.
A rare miss at the line from Zakai Ziegler. Edwards. MJ Collins strong. Akpara affected that shot. Gainey flying to the rim and fouled. He'll head to the line.
Does a good job by the Tennessee's defense to get out and alter that shot. Great run out. Zakai Ziegler got it to Gainey at the right time. Good advance pass. Saw that he was just ahead of the defense.
Here's the big news of that. That foul on McLaughlin, that's number 4. McLaughlin's been in foul trouble since about the 7-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah, it seems like they've had to build up this lead without him, as important as he is.
And Mark Byington told us last night at the hotel, he's the guy that I have the most trust in on his team. Like, he just knows what he's going to get every night with that guy, but he's not going to get anything if he's sitting on the bench.
Big physical kid, good decision making, stretch the floor from the three-point line.
9-0 Tennessee run. Tennessee has never led. Collins just threw it up and got it to go.
He is a good athlete. Just got head and shoulders by Akpara. Good job of playing off 2 feet on balance. A little pump fake. Got the good roll. Vanderbilt back in the zone. Turn.
Milicic.
He's open. Didn't realize it.
Zakai wide open. 9 this half for Zakai. One possession game. Edwards. Foul on Ziegler. That'll be his second. Getting loud inside Thompson Bowling Arena. Vandy and Tennessee, a 2-point game. Time to check out the Good Hands plays brought to you by Allstate. Been a lot of Good Hands plays for Zakai Ziegler, who just moved up to 5th all-time in the SEC in assists with this one right here. Zakai Ziegler leading the conference in assists again for the 3rd straight year. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Matter of fact, there's no way anybody's going to catch him. He's two assists ahead of the next closest guy per game. But Zakai Ziegler, matter of fact, when you put that in perspective, only 3 players have led the league in assists 3 straight years in the history of this conference. Terry Conner at Alabama back in the mid-'80s. Sean Tuohy, my man Sean at Ole Miss back in late 70s, early 80s. And then Rodney Woods of VFL, 73 to 75, also led the league in assists, and now this guy will do it as well.
And you can see just how much he means to the Tennessee offense, right? He gets in the lane. He's a guy that can break down that defense, and he's got great timing. That 2-man game, high ball screen where he throws a lob. If that lob's not there, he can kick it to the corner for a 3. Just a great decision maker, competitor, really got it all in one body.
And how about this? He's outscored Vanderbilt here in the second half by himself, 9-8. This is the Tennessee team we expected to see to start the game. It took a while.
They picked it up on this defensive end. Vandy had 20 points in the paint in the first half, just have 2 in the half so far.
Tanner in traffic. They're going to call a foul against Tennessee, a trip. And that's going to go against Jordan Gainey. That'll be his first foul. The 4th of the team.
Gainey tries to make that stop play off 2 feet.
Are you kidding me? I didn't even think he looked at the basket. Edwards just turned and threw it up, just buried it.
Just when you think you've just seen the quickest release on a 3-point shot, he comes back and does it even quicker. He might not have been looking at the basket.
That's crazy. 13 now for Edwards. 3 3-pointers. Here's Meshack. Gainey. Got it.
Ball moved from side to side. 3 attack dribbles to the paint. 3rd one for Gainey. Got close enough. Nice balance.
And another foul against Gainey on a trip.
I don't think he was looking at the basket.
No.
Great presence of mind, though. How many times do we see guys step on the out of bounds line right there in the side of the corner? Great balance and presence of where he's at.
Here's the youngster, Tyler Tanner, came in with 47 assists and only 4 turnovers. And another moving screen will give it back to Tennessee. Carey. Second time he's been hit with one of those. That'll be his 3rd foul.
I think Tennessee's done a better job of defending that ball screen and really any screen in the second half than not it being physical, busting up that screen, making it tough for Vandy to turn the corner. Vandy was living in the paint in the first half, not so much in this half.
Ziegler off to Meshack. Zakai. They got the switch. Nickel trying to stop Ziegler. It's going to stay with Tennessee. Vanderbilt by 3, 9:47 to play in this one. Vanderbilt trying to pick up their first season sweep against Tennessee. You got to go all the way back to 2007. Zakai Ziegler says, not on my watch. We are tied at 55. It's the first time we've been tied since we started the day. Down 16 late in the first half. Carey. Collins. Edwards. Shot clock down to 5. Long 3. Lanier. And Tennessee has their first lead. The whistle stops play.
Boy,
Carey and Parr getting after it.
Yeah, they're getting into it, those two guys. Good job by Zakai to read that 3. And Lanier just reading the defense. MJ Collins protecting that 3-point line. Lanier big enough and athletic enough to get to the rim and finish.
There was some pushing and shoving going on.
Been going at it a little bit, huh? Phillips, Parr, and Jalen Carey.
So a foul on Okpara was called, and now they're looking at the monitor to see if there is a flagrant 1 involved in that foul.
Now that was a clear foul. Clear. Just not sure. You know, I understand it's an emotional game. Okpara is so important to this team, though, on the defensive end, and he's been a guy that finishes at the rim. He's a lob threat.
Two things to keep in mind on a flagrant 1. Was it excessive?
Oh, right there, you see Carey giving a little forearm shiver, as you're a football guy.
Yeah, that would classify as a forearm shiver. But
Power gave him one back.
Excessive and intentional, and that would be 2 things that I would check off. I would think, knowing the rule the way it is, that should be a flagrant 1. Now, what happens to the first part of that with Carey is the other question. And Carey already has a technical, so he would be done for the day. Remember when Ziegler threw the ball in his chest, he got hit with a technical then. So
decision-making moments by both teams that
here comes Jason
could
Baker.
decide what happens.
And that will be a flagrant 1 on Okpara.
After review, the common foul at number 34 is going to be upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. Number 22 from Vanderbilt will shoot 2. It will be their ball on the baseline to return to play.
So there you go. I always defer to the default for me is excessive and intentional.
Right.
On a flagrant 1 situation.
Sure,
and
that defined it, right?
That pretty much would be
pretty clear.
The classic example.
But you make a good point. This game is going to get even more physical. 8:45 left, 2-point game right now. So you look at foul trouble with McLaughlin and Jalen Carey. And how important Jalen Carey's been today in the first half. Him on the offensive glass was a big part of why they had the lead.
And Carey getting all these minutes because of the McLaughlin situation. In terms of foul trouble, McLaughlin has 4. I mean, it shows you how vital Carey is. When he is productive, Vanderbilt generally has success.
Similar to Tyler Nickel, when he's making shots, guess what? They're winning.
So Carey will step to the line, and Jalen, again, 55% at the free throw line this year. Looks good there on that shot. Didn't waste any time. Didn't think about it, just shot.
Didn't think about it. It's a lonely, lonely place, the free throw line on the road.
And he got them both.
Has great arc on it. Bends his knees just enough. Nice release point.
6'8", 245. Just a sophomore.
Physical kid, though.
Yes.
And he will move you around that paint.
Well, there's a hold. That'll be on Ziegler.
Yeah, you can tell the officials have wanted to get control of this rivalry game, so it's going to be physical.
That's the third on Ziegler. Edwards missed a free throw. He's an 84% free throw shooter. Sakai. Gainey wide open. In and out. Another opportunity. Meshack, and he's fouled.
Two things you saw from that Tennessee offensive possession. Zakai Ziegler gets in the paint. Meshack gets in the paint. Then what does he do? Keeps the ball alive. Those are the things that Jermaine Meshack can bring to this team.
Meshack, 75% at the line. Boy, some really good free throw shooters. Missing some freebies this afternoon.
Hopefully fatigue hasn't set in already.
Tennessee,
Physical game.
6 of 11 at the line. They came in the second best free throw shooting team in the conference at 75%. Hogarth, he's been quiet in the second half. McLaughlin checks back in with those 4 fouls. He lost the handle. Magnan about to come back in. Tanner about to come back in.
And it's tough to keep A.J. Hogarth outside of the paint just because of his strength. Gainey did a good job of just staying, keeping his body in front. Hogarth exposes it, got a fingertip on it.
Rebound to McLaughlin. That is his first rebound in the game for a guy averaging 8 a game. Little runner, offensive rebound, back to Collins. That won't go. Lanier gets it to Ziegler. 7.5 to play. Zakai. Threw it right over the top of Gainey. Timeout on the floor. Tennessee once down 16, now with a 1-point advantage. (58-57), Tennessee out in front. Vanderbilt in the first half, maybe their best complete first half in a conference game this year. 44 points, most Tennessee's allowed all year, shot 55%. But what has happened here in the second half?
Tennessee has been much better closing the driving lanes. Consider this. In the first half, Vandy was 10 of 17 in the paint. 10 of 17 for 20 points. This half, only 1 for 5. That shows me that the Vols, not only on the ball screen defense, which they've had trouble with this year. Coach Barnes told us they've been blowing up that ball screen, not allowing Vandy to turn the corner, get in the paint. And I'll always say it, Dave, dribble penetration is the most devastating move in basketball. Collapses the defense, kick out for threes. Tennessee's been much better in the second half in that.
Ball 7 of 19 from behind the arc. Vanderbilt 9 out of 22. Hogarth. Carey sets a screen.
Right there, see a great job not allowing Hogarth to turn that corner, which he's been hurting the first half.
Carey working on Phillips. A couple of bumps, lays it up, count it. Score it for the youngster, the sophomore out of Davie, Florida, heading to the free throw line.
We saw it early in the first half. He got it on the post. Tennessee did double. And he was able to make a great pass for a cutter for a layup. That time Tennessee says, we're going to see if you can score over the top of us. And Kate Phillips is a physical kid himself. And you just see the strength of Jalen Carey. Woo.
Mark Byington playing this offense-defense game when there's an opportunity to get some substitutions in. He has been doing that on dead balls. Gets McLaughlin out of the game for a moment, and Carey missed the free throw. So he does get the field goal to put Vandy up by 1 as we hit the 7-minute mark. Gainey. Ziegler. Nice touch.
Mentioned it. It just, you can tell Zakai Ziegler said in the second half, if I got to score, if I got to be the leading scorer, I'm going to do it. He's pushed the issue, and it's paid off at Tennessee.
0 points for Zakai in the first half, 14 in the second half. Collins.
Well, in this situation, you got to figure out a create a passing lane to Carey, get it back to him in the post.
Collins working on Lanier, and he wins it.
He's a great athlete. Strong, play through contact.
Tough take to the basket for Milicic. He'll head to the free throw line. That is 4 fouls on Jalen Carey now.
Jab step, Collins gets the baseline against Lanier. Like I said, he's strong enough. As you can see, he's showing off those muscles right there and athletic enough to where he gets it in that position so close he can hang in the air and finish. Look like Dave Neal pregame, flexing for everybody here in Tennessee.
You saw that?
Who didn't? Who couldn't resist but to look?
Is it a problem if I walk in without my shirt on? No, that was okay.
I think that's the move.
Right.
I don't know why they don't allow you to keep it off the entire game. Just throw the tie on. What do you think about that?
That's such a thought that I don't think the people at home need to realize. Tennessee by 1, under 6.
I just get the feeling it's going to come down to free throws in this game because of how physical it is. In foul trouble, which Vandy's got some guys in foul trouble.
Oh, we've had 5 lead changes in the last 3 minutes alone. A little too strong by Hogarth. Here's Gainey. Milicic on the fly. Ran right into McLaughlin, still got the basket. That would have been number 5 on Devin. Here's Carey. Poked away by Akpara and a reach-in foul.
2 good attack moves by Milicic. This one in transition. Just goes straight to the hoop, finishes through contact. Previous play in the half court, a little pump fake, got to the free throw line. We've been asking for Igor Milicic Jr. to be aggressive, and he has been in the second half.
So Carey back to the free throw line. 5 out of 7. 6 rebounds and 14 points. As high as 18. That came against Texas last Saturday. Also had 14 rebounds, 9 of them on the offensive glass against the Longhorns.
And how much they've been using him today and is getting to the free throw line. For him to be able to be shooting 6 of 8. And I'm glad I didn't jinx him.
Yep.
I'm just saying how impressive it is from a 55% free throw shooter to go on the road to do that. Little zone, see if they can get Milicic at the free throw line.
Lanier, ready to shoot.
Or even better.
20 for Chaz Lanier. Timeout Vanderbilt, 4:50 to play. Largest lead for the Volunteers.
And you see, Milicic is at that free throw line area against this zone defense. Can we get it to him? We can't. You see Huffman right there protecting from getting into the middle of the floor against Milicic. However, You can't leave Chaz Lanier open like that. That's a great decision, getting it right back to him. Simple basketball.
Chaz Lanier with a couple of three-pointers in this game. Chaz now with 86 three-pointers made. That is the 5th most in Division I. Averaging 17 and a half a game, which is 7th in the conference. Last year averaged almost 20 a game when he was at North Florida. And he's just been a shooter. I mean, his career number, he's a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
That 40% number separates three-point shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the number you want to get to be regarded as
elite.
One of the best. That's it. One of the best is that 40%. Now, that's not saying 39.9 is anything.
But it's not 40.
It's not 40.
You want to be elite, that's good, 39.9, but 40 is elite.
40, that's the one. That's the one people will remember, Dave.
Well, he's at 40 right now this year and 40 for his career. Here's Edwards. He's been quiet in the second half. They've done a nice job on Jason, 13 points total. Well, he comes off a ball screen, reverse layup. That won't go, but Carey with a throwdown. 18 for Jalen Carey.
That was one of the few times this half that Vandy has been able to get a tight curl straight to the rim. The result, everybody from Tennessee comes over to try to protect it. Open Carey dunk.
Akpar trying to post up Carey. He does so and draws the foul. That'll be number 5 on Jalen Carey, and the crowd lets him know about it, but he leaves here with a heck of a game.
Akpar big in the lane, got 2 feet right there, turn. Saw he had Jalen Carey off balance. Good decision. Getting underneath him.
Well, he matches his career high with 18 points, 7 rebounds, but fouls out. 4:13 to play. So now you go with Tyler Nickel and Devin McLaughlin as your 2 post guys. Hogard, Tanner, and Edwards in the backcourt for Vanderbilt. Ziegler, Lanier, Gainey, Milicic, and Akpara for the Volunteers as Akpara toes the line.
And for Vandy, what the challenge is, McLaughlin's got 4 fouls, right? Tennessee's been much more aggressive, attacking the paint, no doubt. Coach Rick Barnes is going to say, let's go back down and see if we can't get a 5th on McLaughlin.
Hey, how big was that technical foul that he picked up when Ziegler threw the ball on his chest? He'd still be on the floor, right?
Those are the decisions that are made during the game that affect an outcome.
Edwards. Drew some contact. Rick Barnes over there saying, come on, man. Arms extended. Edwards draws the foul on a 3-point shot attempt.
Jalen Carey getting on the offensive glass. See that tight curl and attack by Edwards. Leaves the lane open for Jalen Carey with a chuck dunk. Right now, Tennessee up 2 against Vanderbilt.
SEC men's basketball is presented by Pfizer, the official pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine awareness sponsor of the SEC. An emotional afternoon of basketball inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center here in Knoxville on the banks of the Tennessee River. It has just been a tale of 2 halves, really. Vanderbilt led by as many as 16 late in the first half. Tennessee has stormed back. Their largest lead was 4 here in the second half. They lead it by 2 right now, but it is definitely a rivalry game.
Well, really a tale of 2 halves, if you will. Tennessee not guarding the ball screen well, allowing Vandy to dominate the paint. Tennessee has cleaned that up. They found their offense. Zakai Ziegler, Chaz Lanier still giving you some offense. Milicic being aggressive.
Chaz Lanier with another 20-point game, his 10th 20-point game of the year. Coming off 10 points, 0 for 7 from behind the arc against Kentucky. Only the second game this year that he went without a three-pointer. Edwards. He's missed another free throw. This guy's 84%. He gets there a lot. He was 109 of 129 coming into this game. He can't believe that one rolled in. Remember, this game in Nashville was decided at the end by a missed free throw by Chaz Lanier.
And you feel like that's the way it's trending. Foul trouble from Vandy in the free throw line. That one there, he got up over the front rim. The first two, he hit the front rim. Lucky on the second one to roll in. That's what I tell everybody in a situation like that. Give it a little extra than you think you need to.
Meshack in the corner. Here's Gainey.
I'm watching Okpara and McLaughlin here. Can they get Okpara into some kind of action?
Remember, McLaughlin has 4 fouls. Ziegler all the way to the basket. Okpara just clears out the lane.
That's the second time he did that. And he can play some bully ball and clear out that lane. Felix Okpara is about as physical as they come.
No guard. 3 on the way is perfect. Edwards. He's up to 18. Vandy by 1. 3 minutes to play. Ziegler again down the lane. And a foul in the process. Let's see who picks that up. That's going to go against Magnon. This second.
A little scramble play right here. Zakai goes for the steal, and that's the last person you want to take a chance on a steal. But that was in a broken play where he thought possibly it'd be a loose ball situation for a steal going the other way. Jason Edwards makes the most of it. It's the best look he's had all day, Edwards.
Ziegler, his 4th straight game with 17 or more points. And they've all come in the second half today. He's up to 18 with 7 assists. You could see it. He came out of that locker room in the second half and said, I'll handle this, boys.
That's right. Lead by example.
No guard. Spins. No good. Meshack the rebound. Ziegler, what a crossover. Meshack for 3. Got it! Zakai Ziegler is putting on a show in the second half.
I'll put you guys on my back. No need to really explain what happened there, and that's just quick reflexes by Zakai Ziegler. And Jemai Meshack finds himself wide open. Good balance, set his feet. Zakai with that crossover, and that's been so difficult in the second half of Vandy to defend. I mean, Zakai, the last 3 possessions, has gotten into the lane, resulting in free throws, stick backs. So that time, Jason Edwards says, I am not going to allow you to come on top of this screen. Ziegler reads that properly, just crosses him back over, doesn't take the screen because he doesn't need it.
Ziegler 0 for 2 in the first half, no points. Did have 4 assists. Second half, 6 of 8. 3 of those have been 3-pointers. 4 assists. 18 total points in 18 minutes.
Now, he is one of those guys that has the ability to do that. We seen it time and time again, where either he's creating for his teammate or he's scoring himself.
Tennessee offensively, just a completely different team this half. Matter of fact, you go back over the last few minutes or so, they've hit 5 of their last 5 attempts and 11 of 13 overall. And gives the guy Ziegler, he's doing a lot of that himself, and that, not just for him scoring, but creating open opportunities for his teammates.
And also on the other end, he's guarding Jason Edwards,
Yes.
who's ready to shoot anytime he touches. So the level of energy from Zakai Ziegler has been the difference in this game.
Here's Tanner, turns the corner, and that's going to be last touched by Tennessee. That would have been something. Tanner, as we said, only 4 turnovers all year. Only 2 live ball turnovers. Offensive fouls have created the other turnovers.
That was the second time he got in the lane this half. First time he fell, looked like a turnover, but it was a foul. Got lucky that time to keep possession.
Here's Edwards working on Ziegler, elevates, got the shot off, rebound to Gainey. Under 2 minutes to play. Tennessee has never led by more than 4. Lanier will back it out. Ziegler to Gainey. In the lane, layup is good. 7-0 run. Edwards, they leave him wide open for 3. Got it. And the guy right behind me says, that guy's good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody should send the memo to the Tennessee defense.
Right.
I don't know how miscommunication happens like that, but now you got Zakai Ziegler having a point guard like this. He's worked his weight in gold.
And that's 5 on McLaughlin. And not a good foul to end on. 45 feet from the basket.
No, it's a one-possession game, 3 points, over a minute left. They need the big fella in the game. Trying to make something happen, and credit Ziegler though. I mean, that's a veteran move right there. You know what I'm saying? That knows the big fella's a little off balance trying to guard that high ball screen. Let's just get my body into him a little bit. Jerk the head back. Sell it a little bit more, like you said. But that previous offensive possession by Tennessee was everything they wanted. They used 29 seconds of the shot clock and ended up getting a layup.
If you would have told me before this game that McLaughlin would have 2 rebounds and 0 points and Vandy would have a chance to win, I'd said you're
nuts.
You're nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I would say.
What's in the water bottle?
Right. But that's where we stand. That's because Jalen Carey came to play.
Yeah,
but he's out now too with 5 fouls.
And he's out. And Dave, we've seen so many games in the SEC this year that have come down to either a tip back for a win or securing a defensive rebound at the end of a game. Vandy doesn't have their big guys in to help with that scenario.
Ziegler with 20 second half points. 5-point game, under a minute to go. Edwards trying to come off a couple of screens. Boy, Ziegler all over him. Got it again. How does he do it? He has scored the last 11 for the Commodores.
He just set a record for the most pump fakes before a three-point shot.
24 in the game now for Edwards. 2-point contest. Tennessee will take a timeout with 15 on the shot clock.
Here's Jason Edwards. Just look at his footwork, pump fake, his awareness, and we know he doesn't need much space or time. He's got a quick release, but pump, turn, pump.
That's against a 3-time SEC All-Defensive Team member and a Defensive Player of the Year in this league.
I say it all the time, and I don't know why more guys don't understand the value of the pump fake. Just move that basketball. That gets the defense off their feet. You can fake it to the right, left, up. That's going to help you create space. And we'll say it again, Jalen Carey's played fantastic, right? The big fella in the middle. Magnon came out and played fantastic. But if you go on the road and you have a guy that can knock down shots like Jason Edwards, that just gives you a chance in any game. 6 of 9 from the three-point line, 24 points in a game where Vanderbilt in the second half has found it a little bit more difficult than the first half of getting some buckets, especially around the rim. Like, you feel like if Vandy's going to win this, it's going to be Jason Edwards making spectacular shots from the three-point line.
Tennessee has put up 47 points here in the second half. Ziegler has created 20 of those.
Under 10 on the shot clock.
Sakai. Oh, just a strong take right to Magnon. Two-possession game. Edwards trying to find a little bit of room. Nickel for three. No good, and that'll do it. 7.6 seconds left, and Tennessee will head down to the other end and shoot free throws. And they found a way to win this one after what was a disastrous first half.
It was, and we can point to Sky Ziegler, rightly so, for him having a huge second half, 22 points. Chaz Lanier had a really good game, 9 of 16 from the field. However, the defensive effort, Tennessee closing lanes.
You know, we had a little pregame hit with our studio shows earlier today, and we spent a lot of time talking about Sky Ziegler and how we need to just appreciate and absorb what we're watching. He's 5'0", and he has taken over a big man's game like few have done. 2 seconds. And Tennessee rallies. Their largest deficit to overcome this year, 16 points. And they win it 81-76 and push their record to 21-5. They go to 8-5 in the league. Vanderbilt at 17-8. They fall to 5-7. And tip your cap to number 5. 22 second half points to go along with 8 assists. Lanier with 21. What a day of basketball. Tennessee wins it over their rivals to even the series at 1 game apiece. For Pat Bradley, the rest of our exceptional SEC Network crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Rocky Top. Time to get you to the studio. PB, it was definitely a fun day of hoops here in Knoxville.